Have you ever been to a safety meeting and left feeling inspired to be safe? Have you ever left and thought, wow, that was really good? Probably not. I'm John Kerr. I'm a lineman with Penelec. I'd like to invite you on a journey with me. So many times in our day and age, we're afraid to speak up when it comes to safety. We're afraid to add to or take away or just speak honestly and frankly about safety for a number of reasons. One of the reasons, I suppose, is because one, we're afraid that what people will think of us. We're afraid that people will think maybe we have a bad attitude towards safety because we have maybe an opposing view. Or maybe it's just because we don't think there'll ever be any change. So why speak up, right? But is this attitude towards safety, is it beneficial? Is it helping us? I don't think that it is. And that's the purpose of this video. I'd like to invite you on a journey with me. You know, we have a slogan that says safety first. But is it? Is it first? It seems as though when we say it like that, we're missing the reason behind why people are safe, right? We're missing a little bit more. I don't want someone to be safe because I said safety first. I'm chair of the Lions subcommittee. That I don't want you to be safe for me. I'm not honest, to be honest with you. I'm honestly not safe because my supervisor tells me to be safe. I'm not safe because the safety guy says be safe or safety first, right? We're missing the point behind this when we say it like this. And when we say safety first, it's easy to allow it to become a cheap platitude, just a cheap saying. And we fail to see the reasons behind why we're safe. You'll notice I'm pushing my son in the swing here. This is Carter. This is the miracle baby that everyone helped us so much when we were going through the time in our life last year, that traumatic experience of him coming at 24 weeks gestation. And when he came, we initially were told he wasn't going to make it, that he was going to die. And when he did make it, we were then prepped by the doctors that he was probably going to have all kinds of complications. Cerebral palsy, brain bleeds, mental retardation, a host of issues. And we already have a special needs son. So we know the burden that it places on a family. Our 7-year-old Sawyer, he has autism, and we love him dearly. But it's not an easy road to walk sometimes. So when Carter came early and we were told of the complications, there was a lot of fear. There was a lot of emotions that we went through as a family. And I want to thank everyone that helped us through those tough times with cards, letters, money, and most of all, prayers. And look at him. He's perfect. He's healthy. He's happy. Just 2 weeks ago, we were told that he no longer needs any therapy of any kind. He has been to specialists in Pittsburgh to look at his brain, to look at all of his issues, and there are none. The top brain doctors in the world at Pittsburgh have said he's perfectly fine and everything is normal. So we're very thankful for that. And you might wonder, what does this have to do with safety? Good question. I'm glad you asked. It has a lot to do with safety. Whenever Carter was in the hospital, our entire family was turned upside down. All of our family and friends felt the influence of this. And it was amazing to see how the smallest member of our family could make such a big impact because he was in such dire straits. So I say that because you see a lot of videos after the fact of accidents, and they talk about how it affected their family and how I can no longer do this with my family, I can no longer do that with my family. And you see my other kids running around here. They're playing here on the swing set. And I thought, why not make a video before we have an accident? Why not talk about the reasons why we're safe before we have the accidents? Focus on that. If you can get to the why behind the behavior, you can influence the behavior. That is human psychology 101, right? And that's why I said maybe we need to rethink safety first. I'm not trying to catch you have a new catchphrase, a new hot slogan, but let's think about that, the reasons why we're safe. You know, family. Family is number one. The smallest member of our family, when he's in the hospital, 35 miles away, influence the rest of our family. There was no fishing trips for Mitchell, my other 7-year-old here. He's swinging. He's hiding behind the, there he is. There was no fishing trips that last summer for Mitchell. There was no long bike rides for Ellie, my daughter. She's over there on the swing next to Mitchell last year because we were so focused on Carter. He was in the hospital. Our entire family felt the pain of one small member. And I thought, what would happen to him if I was in the hospital? If I was incapacitated? If I lost a limb? You know? If Dad couldn't cast a fishing pole with Mitchell because he lost an arm. Or Ellie, she couldn't get, there would be no one there to hold her bike up when her training wheels came off. Carter, the miracle baby without a father. Very sobering, but very real. And that's why I made this video. Kind of jog our memory just a little bit. Make us think a little differently. Well, I say we say safety third. Because number one is my family. And number two are our friends, our co-workers. You know, I can imagine the guys that I deer hunt with. I deer hunt with my co-workers, you know? And when you would get together, they would get together if I was not there. If any one of them was not there, it would affect me. If I like to elk hunt, I have a group of friends I go elk hunting with. Imagine the long trip to Colorado, the hike up the mountain, sitting around the campfire. Their originally joyous trip, robbed of the joy and the pleasure that it used to be. Sitting around the campfire talking about the times when perhaps John used to come along before he got hurt or killed. Very real, very sobering. But those of us, I guess we're all leaders in some way. And I would like to kind of jog people just a little bit. Think about this a little bit. And as we talk to people about safety, learn about their families. Learn about why they do what they do. And focus on that. They're not going to be safe because I said safety first. I'm nobody. I'm just a lineman for Penelec. And I'm proud to do my job. I love my job. I'm proud to make a living the way that I do for my family. But don't be safe for me. Don't be safe for the safety guy because you're afraid he's going to check on you. Don't be safe because your supervisor or your manager. Right? It's not about them. And those are all the safety leaders. Think about that as we go through our days, as we talk to people, as we do our crew visits. Think about that. Inspire people with the whys behind safety. Not just be safe because that's the rules. Right? When we begin to understand that, we can begin to influence people in a greater fashion when we're not around. And that's what it's about. And just keep that in the forefront of your minds as we go throughout our days. And think about safety third. Safety third. Family and friends are first. Safety is third. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Have a good day.